In July, British Virgin Group chairman Richard Branson and American Amazon founder Jeff Bezos heralded the start of private spaceflight after completing a successful space trip. Why are private companies jumping into the exploration of space, which has traditionally been led by states? The history of the space race. Space race used to mean activities that were conducted for military purposes among nations. The United States and the Soviet Union started the exploration of space during the Cold War after World War II. Both countries competed fiercely in various fields. The exploration of space was regarded as a means of demonstrating their advances in science and technology and the superiority of economics. In particular, the two countries put a lot of effort into the development of satellite technologies. It's because they could easily monitor the counterpart with satellites and could use them as offensive nuclear weapons loaded with satellites. Problems in the space race and solutions of the international law. As the space race begins, there are questions of how countries should look at outer space. Space technologies developed for military purposes could threaten national security. So, the Treaty on Principles governing the activities of states in the exploration and use of outer space, including the Moon and other celestial bodies, was enacted in 1967. The treaty stipulates that states are free in the exploration and use of outer space for the benefit of all nations. However, it is not allowed to claim sovereignty over outer space and to use it for military purposes. However, there are criticisms that the treaty does not properly reflect the reality of our times. It is not prohibited to use satellite attack weapons or intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs. On the other hand, the US and Russia are subject to criticism since they are operating military satellites for the reason of their right to defend themselves. From state-led to private-led space development, we are now moving from the old space era led by states to the new space era led by private companies such as SpaceX and Blue Origin. Since the biggest purpose of those companies is to generate economic profits through income-generating activities, it can be inferred that space development is economically valuable. However, it is expected that various technical and ethical problems would arise in the process of private-led space development. Let's wait and see whether a new space treaty would come up for harmonious development in the new space era.